I think we can do it a little bit better. Hello, Con-Nichiwa! All right. Wow. 2019, and we're in a huge resort. So who all here actually stayed at the hotel? Oh, nice. Did you guys have a good weekend?
Yeah.
Did you like the new location?
Yeah.
I know there's some little hiccups we had over the weekend. Anytime you move to a new location, it's always going to be kind of a filling out process to kind of see what works, what doesn't work. The good thing is the staff here working with the hotel has been amazing and receptive for whenever we kind of talk back and forth with here's some things we're running into. So I have no concerns whatsoever with some of the little things we ran into this year to be addressed and worked out next year. I will say, and I know there's none in here, but if they get to see the video that we'll post, or if they just hear it through word of mouth, the event support, the support from the hotel for this event was top notch. They were amazing. One of our biggest fears anytime we move into a new location is, okay, are we going to have to basically run around like chickens with our heads cut off and fix everything, because we've had that in certain situations and other locations. This place, we picked up the phone, dialed 0 or dialed 1234 for the red code service, and they literally were probably standing behind us before we hung up the phone. So I can't say enough. Moving into a new location, something so big here, and even though we're not as spread out, just having 2 locations with the gaming and cafes up in the mezzanine area and stuff down here, it means a lot to us, because it means now we can keep on doing what we do, which is normally running the convention, and we don't have to run around and worry about things not getting done in a certain time frame. So it really helped us out a lot. I know from talking to all of my events team, they really, we were always this weekend going, when's the shoe gonna drop? When's it, what's gonna catch on fire? Because this just seems too easy. I'm like, shh, don't say it, don't. Luckily, we never had the shoe drop, which was nice. There was a couple little hiccups that we had with the photography at the pool, and if you guys have heard any of that stuff there. Unfortunately, the problem is, and this is going across all Marriott properties, it isn't just a thing here. You can see it across the United States for other hotels. Because of security reasons, they just don't allow photography at the pool, and unfortunately it's because that 1% of the person who might go out there and take photos and pan to the side and take a photo of a young child who's in the pool area. They really just can't allow that kind of stuff. And we really appreciate that thought, and we want to make sure that the people understand that that's the reasons why the photo is banned in the pool area. We are going to do better next year on getting more information out on where's the best places to take photography here. We worked with the hotel this weekend to say, okay, where can we take photos and walk around with our photographers between now and over the next couple of months to really find some prime locations, so that way for everybody who comes out here next year, they already kind of know, hey, here's the areas where you can take awesome photos, and now you don't have to worry. We kind of scoped out the areas. So those are some of the things, that the growing pains that we learned that we're going to work on for next year. The only other real hiccup that we had was the parking situation. And if anybody didn't stay at the hotel here and you had to park down at the lot area, we are going to do a couple changes. At least there are a couple changes I already am going to make for next year. I know that they didn't have any kind of water service at the parking lot or the parking garage that was a little bit down the road from here. We're going to work next year to probably have 1 or 2 coolers of water sitting down there throughout the day. And I don't know if the lot actually had a tented area, but if they don't, while you're standing waiting, we're going to go ahead and purchase some kind of a tent or something so that we can put it down there for next year. So that way you're not standing in the sun when you're down there. Even though you're waiting, I think the average wait for the shuttle was like about 4 or 5 minutes. That's still 4 or 5 minutes that you shouldn't need to be standing in the sun time frame. So those are some of the things that growing pains we didn't know that were going to be the issues until we got to the show this year. So if anybody says, oh, we had a horrible time because we had to park a quarter of a mile away and we had to be in the sun, we're already going to fix that. And unfortunately, we didn't know about the no water until end of day yesterday, or I would have been out in Costco and buying about 10 pallets of water and running all over the place. But again, it's the things like that we want to make sure we fix for next year so that it doesn't impact or impede your coming to the convention. My mindset is always, your first interaction with anything is always going to be how you feel when you walk through the entire thing, right? So when you walk into the convention, the reason why our registration is so happy, friendly, and cheerful is because we want you to have a great experience when you're coming through there and the line's not long. So when you get into the convention, you're happy and you're having a good time. So now we've got to kind of pull that back a little bit further past before registration and work on the parking situations for next year. The reason why we did have to have parking down there is I think on Saturday we parked, the final number for parking yesterday was we parked 605 cars. That's the most cars we've ever parked at. In the lot over at the convention center, the max we ever parked on the main day was like 410. So yeah. So that means we're going to have to make sure we can even handle even more parking for next year. So those are some of the things that we'll work with the hotel to kind of say, okay, what are some of the what are the overflows for the overflows, so that we can figure out what we need to do to make sure that that parking area is done, and do we need to have multiple areas where we can move the tents and water stations too. So again, more things that come from that. I will ask everybody here, please. This is a new location, and we're going to learn this place as much as everybody else is here, but we haven't seen everything that happened, and we don't know everything that happened, but plus and minus. So if you can, please, just shoot me an email. I'm Greg at monkey-pod.com, or Greg at Con-Nichiwa.com, or Greg at Sullivan.com, or Greg at pretty much every other domain for the convention.com. That is actually, I should buy that domain really quick. Please just let us know, or DM me on Facebook, or just message one of our Facebook pages if there's something that you saw that you'd like to see changed. There is one of the things that I'm really happy and proud that we did do this year. Our first year at the convention center, we had food trucks. And people love the food trucks.
It wasn't super overpriced.
It wasn't super overpriced, you're right. And the next year, we were forced not to use wood trucks. And the year after that, we were forced not to use food trucks. So I will say that we are excited that being here, we got the food trucks back. Those food trucks were packed and busy all weekend long. I can't thank you guys enough. Every one of the ones I talked out there through the day each day, I'm like, how are you guys doing? It's like the gleaming air. I was like, we're doing really well. So that really made me happy. And again, it's one of those things that we got feedback after the first year of being in the convention center. It's like, we want the food trucks back. And I'm like, so do we. So that's good that we have that back. We do have some ideas for next year to kind of expand a little bit. The gaming is one of the things that we did this year, new by itself completely, and with its own gaming only pass. We are going to be expanding that a little bit more next year, kind of adding a little bit more entertainment. If you didn't get a chance, probably the best, the top thing that happened over the weekend, at least for my sake, was did anybody go and watch Mata play last night with her Smash tournament that she played? She owned everybody but one or two people at the very end for the tournament that she was doing. It was amazing. There was like 35 people, I think, in the end actually challenged her to a game. It was phenomenal, and the crowd was like the whole way out the gaming room, and it was a highlight of probably the gaming room on that side for the weekend. So if you got a chance to watch it, kudos. If you didn't, we'll work for doing something like that again every year to try to have some guests that come in and kind of get into the gaming room area, because that's our goal, is to kind of expand some of the gaming on a year-to-year basis too. So, and that means maybe, well not maybe, that's why we put the gaming up there, so that as we keep on growing, we can add more of those rooms, or beside that, the gaming area, to add more gaming stuff that's going on there, so it kind of has a life of its own. And then that way, if you are getting the gaming pass every year, you kind of get a little bit more and more stuff that you didn't have the year before. So if you didn't check out gaming, please do. Monkey Pod, as a company, actually pulled gaming in-house this year 100%. And that's to kind of help with the customer touch, like we talked about earlier with coming into registration, and just kind of making sure that we're answering what our clientele, you guys, are asking us to do. We changed tournaments this year, and that's from a monkey paw level, not just at the Con-Nichiwa level, but Con-Nichiwa is the first one to do it. If you've ever been in one of our gaming tournaments before, it used to be a buy-in system for our tournaments, and it scared away a lot of attendees and maybe didn't want to get into the tournament because they're afraid that maybe they aren't as good as they think they are. So this year, starting at Con-Nichiwa moving forward, we've actually opened up the gaming tournaments so that they aren't paid, and we just give prize support at the end, and we give full event badges for the people winning each one of the tournaments. So that way it gets more people into the tournament process too. So before I get on to the next piece, because I always almost forget to say this, we have all the badges that are right here. These will probably become collector's items, and the reason why I'm telling you this is if you saw the guest badges that were here this weekend, or the Otaku Pass badge that was on the Otaku Pass attendees this weekend, we're going to be moving to a new badge system, starting at Itty Bitty FurCon, which is next month. So these will probably be the last of the 3x4 badges you will probably ever see at a Monkey Paw convention. So they might be a collector's item sometime down on the road and say, I got the final last little badges from the Monkey Paw. So when we're all done, don't rush, don't push, don't kill yourselves. We have enough badges here for everybody. So just remember that they're up here. I always kind of forget, and then I kind of rush before we do our final numbers or announce it. So I just want to make sure everybody knows to come up and get your collector's badges if you want to. So the other cool thing before I get on to the final piece is Monkey Paw overall is growing again. We added a new marketing director, art director, and if you saw the new badge art that came in for this year, and if you saw the program guide cover, and you saw the art that was on the new badges, he's done an amazing job pulling so many people in a quick time frame. And I can't stress quick time frame. From the time him and I sat down a month ago, 3 weeks ago, when he came on and took the job, to getting to where we even just got to be able to put some of the stuff out now. In our plans, we worked on the new signage that you saw that was around here. We plan on even having more of that before we even get the Itty Bitty and also Salvo. We have a lot of great art ideas that are going to be you're going to see happening. Salvaton will be announcing we're going to have a commemorative program guide that we're going to have on a yearly basis now, that are going to have special art done by local artists and special comic strips towards the back of it done by local artists as well, and a whole bunch of other things. So you're going to start to see some of our bigger shows start to offer an actual collector's handbook that you'll be able to get at the conventions as well. So we've got a lot of cool things in the works. I think it's funny when Alex sat down and offered me this position that he wanted to do this. I'm like, I love you, because this has been in my mind forever, but I haven't had a chance to do any of it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then like 2 weeks later, I messaged him and said, so do you still want to be staff? I don't think he realized what he got himself into. All right, so one of the things that I always say, closing ceremonies, and I want to make sure everybody realizes that we run these conventions for the community. I would not be here if I didn't love what I'm doing here and what we present to you guys to come here and have a place to be yourselves. Every convention you go to, realize that that's a chance for you over that 3, 4, 2-day time frame to be with like-minded individuals, to have fun, to be the norm, to not be an outcast. Please make sure you understand that. Find someone who's maybe in a corner somewhere being a little shy because they don't know. Make a friend. And if you didn't make a friend this weekend that you didn't know, make a friend at the next convention. Talk to someone, just chit-chat, pick up a conversation. Do something with them at that convention, and then between that convention and the next event, find something to do outside. Then in the next convention, do the exact same thing. All that does is it helps build up your community, that helps build up the love inside the community, and that starts getting everybody to start to have more fun on a regular basis. So please, if you haven't done that this weekend, please take that to heart. Make sure you do that at any event or anything you go to, because this community is us. This convention is us. And I just want you guys to realize that, and we love you guys for coming to all our shows, and we really hope you guys understand that. If you are staff or event support for this convention, please stand up.
Just raise the hand.
Everyone you see standing is the reason why this event was successful. Everyone you see standing was probably almost here at the beginning 10 years ago whenever we started this show. Or along the way, we pulled people up. I can tell you, we would not be able to put on the shows that we put on if it wasn't for the amazing event support and the amazing staff that we have at these conventions. If you ever want to have a chance to get into a convention, ours, anybody else's, please take a chance. Don't do a lot the first year. Maybe do like a 4-hour shift or something just to see if you like it. Working conventions is completely different than going to a convention, and you might not understand that, but if you ever worked on the other side of the house, that's why everybody's shaking their head yes. Alex in the back said to me after 3 weeks of working the convention, he goes, I finally get the reason why you do what you do and how busy you are on a daily basis. I didn't understand how much you guys do. So, but that being said, we are a family. And some people might say that with lip service. I am telling you wholeheartedly, we are a family. Everyone here has helped out one of the other ones in some way or the other. We have huge holiday parties. We have side parties that go on. So realize that if you were interested in helping out in any way, you are kind of getting into a little crazy community of insane individuals that like to put on these shows. It's fun, and the other cool thing as well is, and I can tell you from a lot of stuff that I actually see standing here in front of me, it's a great resume builder. And you might not realize that, but coming out of high school or coming out of college, if you don't have anything on your resume, something like this can get a door open for you that another person that doesn't have it isn't going to have. Or if you're finishing college and you're waiting to find that next great job, do something with an event that's kind of like the job that you were finishing college for, so that way you can just add a little bit onto your resume. You might not realize that it means much, but I can tell you from some of the staff that are in here, and they'll shake their heads, I've had more people get promotions and new positions at better companies and better positions because of working either at our conventions or working for another convention. So please understand that not just helping conventions helps out us, it's really, we're doing it to help out you guys as much as you're helping us out, because we want you guys to be successful if you're going to come on and help out with staff or event support. So please take that into account. Again, we are kind of a crazy little group, so if you do come in, we might scare you a little bit to begin with. Don't be too scared. We don't bite. We do yell sometimes, but that's because you're coming into a family. So just, if you are interested, we always open up positions. I know Sabaton just started to post our positions for some of the stuff we're doing with the growth this year for Sabo again already. We're gonna be looking for even more people with some of the changes that we're doing. So please reach out, see what positions are available, and if something isn't available for what you're thinking, just let us know what you're thinking, and we can maybe try to get you in some spot to help you migrate over to another spot. So, that being said, I know why you're all standing here staring at me. You want to hear numbers? Shut up, Greg. Just give me the gosh darn numbers, and we can get out of here, and we can get our badges. With being said that, I will say next year's dates are June 12th, 13th, and 14th, 1 week earlier. So still around the same time frame. Here. Yay! And we are going to work with the hotel to make sure we can get more hotel rooms, because that was the other complaint that we had, which was a lot of people wanted to book hotel rooms about 2 to 3 weeks out, and we didn't have anything available. We did open up some last week right before the show, leading in, but it did get booked out. But we could have probably sold a lot more rooms as well. So we're going to be working with the hotel to do that. So that'll even be more people be able to enjoy the lazy river and enjoy the pool. Please watch for that. Our next show is Itty Bitty Fur Con. If you're a furry or if you're interested in that aspect, it's towards the end of July. And then our big show, Sabaton. If you haven't seen some of our announcements, we have the Japanese voice actor for Ash coming. You're like, what? Look in the back of your program guide. We are going to make some other big announcements over the next 2 weeks. Leading into the July timeframe, and I guess I don't know what I should say this. We're going to have a huge new announcement for a Japanese band who potentially maybe was at Sabaton 4 or 5 years ago. I won't say who. I'm just saying, you can probably find a video out on YouTube of a whole like 5-minute little skit we did. And I'll just leave that little taster out there for you. And we've got a whole bunch more guests we'll be announcing over the next month or so time frame leading into Sabo. So please kind of watch for that, get the buzz going. If you are thinking of going to Sabaton this year, prices do go up on July 8th. So please jump on that. And we haven't made the official announcement, and I will make it here because we're going to be launching it this week on all of our social media and our websites. So we are offering a new pass. If you guys are friends with me on Facebook, you would have already seen it. But if you're not friends with me, you guys get to hear it now. So we're starting a new badge called the Monkey Pass. And the Monkey Pass is a season pass to all the Monkey Paw conventions. So that means you can buy one pass, and in 365 days from the day you bought it, you can use that pass to get into any one of our conventions. That is going to launch this week, and it's only $100. And the goal for that is to get more people to go to some of our side shows, some of our smaller shows that are up in either Flagstaff or Kokori, or maybe the goal is if you go to Sabaton and Con-Nichiwa, not for $5 or $10 more, you get to go up to Kokori or Sabaku if you're an anime fan. If you're a furry fan, you get to check out one of the anime cons for just another $5 or $10 more in that time frame. So look for the announcement to come out. I know we've had a lot of excitement for just our internal people that we've talked to, some of the people that have gone for years. So watch for that announcement. We're really excited about it, and again, it helps out the community, it helps out the vendors. If you do have questions about the Monkey Pass, find me afterwards and I can kind of talk and answer your questions you guys have. But other than that, I will shut up. I know we need to get out of here sooner rather than later. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Here's Greg having a brain fart. What I'd like to do before I do that is actually bring up all these amazing guests that are still here that I have not actually brought up to the stage. So, with that being said, I will see if Mr. McFarland would like to come up on stage.
How you guys doing? Cool, fun weekend, right? Isn't this place cool? This is a great hotel, I loved it. Thank you guys for coming out for all the panels and stuff. Thank you for the Senpai Chit Chat, everyone involved with that. Those were fun, right? You guys came to those? Yeah. And to the signings and to all the events. Thanks to the staff. Thanks to Greg for having me back. Thanks to all of you guys for being so wonderful all weekend. I had such a great time, and I hope I get to come back sometime soon. You guys have a great weekend. A great week, a great year.
Mr. Simon Cam with the slants.
It was so good to be back here. It's been a while since we've been at a Monkey Paw event, so really great because it is like family. It is so cool to see so many familiar faces, and we got to do a lot of fun stuff. Obviously, 2 concerts, but also for the first time ever, giving snippets, a little preview of an upcoming Broadway musical that's being written about our band. So we got to show some of the music today. It's really cool because we are actually going to have a scene in that musical that's based at an anime convention. So, based on the stories that are actually like this. So, who knows? Maybe there'll be someone, off of Times Square playing someone that's based off of you. So, thank you again. Hope to see you soon.
Annie, would you like to come up on stage? Annie from Vitamin H.
So this has been a fun weekend. I sure got my exercise walking from one end of this hotel to the other one a whole bunch of times. So yeah, this place is amazing. This is the first time we've ever been to Tucson, and we come here, and I was like, okay, we're going back to a hotel. They're going from a convention center to a hotel. How's that going to work out? Oh, the way it's going to work out is the hotel is going to be the size of a town. But yeah, I got to go swimming, I got to look at I got to go to the Desert Museum, I got to see all those cool saguaro cactus. Those things are so cool, I really like cactus. So I can't wait to, I hope I get to come back next year. I can't wait to come back next year. Y'all want to see Vitamin H come back next year? Thank you guys. Alright, so yeah, love y'all.
Okay, what's the name of your cosplay name? Royal Goldfish.
I wrote down some things.
Hope you're all good.
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. No, because every time I get up here, I always forget to say things that are important. So I thought I would say things. This is like the 10-year anniversary, so. And I've been with Greg and Stacey for those 10 years, I think. So, yeah, so I've been part of the Arizona community for, I don't know, 12 or 15 years now. And I am who I am because of you guys, and I felt like I needed to say a little bit about that. So most of us come here to escape our 9-to-5 jobs, right? This is our home away from home. This is our retreat. This is where we come because we don't always feel normal outside of here. So this is kind of where we belong, and we often feel that we don't belong out there. So this is where our community is. This is where our family is. And this has been my home. And you've made it possible for me to quit my 9-to-5 job and do what I love, which is making costumes. And helping you guys bring your characters to life for you. So being a commissioner, getting to work with the community and having amazing clients and being able to do those things for them. As well as organizing events and doing panels and teaching the community. It's basically let me do what I love, and I appreciate that. So I wanted to make sure that, I've been here for so long, our community changes, cosplay changes, and anime changes, but this family doesn't change. So I wanted to make sure that I thanked not just Greg and Stacey and the staff for always running an amazing event, but also to thank all of you for supporting this convention and for supporting me and helping me achieve my goals and sharing my passions and being able to do what I love. So thank you for letting me come out and be a guest. I had a wonderful time. Our masquerade was amazing. The other cosplay guests were amazing. And I just want to make sure that you all had like warm, fuzzy feelings and know that in my life, this community has made me who I am, and I love you guys.
Kayla and Grant, you guys want to come up? And Alex and also Armand, you guys all want to come up together? Come on. And Shay. Armand's racing to the front. He's going to be important. Armand's been with me since year 1 at Sabaton. Yes, he's that old.
Since 1976. All right, hey, what's up? Yo, first and foremost, does anyone read kanji? Because they're looking for somebody to translate something. So go see them after all of this. That's so. Yeah, so I've been with Greg and Stacey before you guys were even Monkey Paw, right? You guys were just Greg and Stacey. So I've been with them since the beginning. I love them to death. I've been with them spiritually, romantically. No, that's how we roll. If you're going to join this family, that's how it's going to be. And I'm always thanking them. My career and the way my art career and my everything has been like influenced greatly with their cons and just who they are. So I'm always thankful. And they have like lifetime free art from me. I've told them that many times. And once again, I'm up here and I'm thanking them again with all my heart and everything. And there's these badges are being given out at the end of this. I'm also donating the remaining of my prints up here, but I won't show them. That way you guys are be like charged or anything. So, so these will be free up here too. So just don't kill each other for it. And here's Grant.
Thank you, Armand. That was truly moving. First and foremost, I just want to thank Greg so much. It's because of him and Stacy and this con that it's given me so many opportunities to start really showcasing my art, because of which I've actually been able to quit my day job, and I've been able to just focus on working on my comics, and that's what I've been doing, and it's really thanks to Greg that I've been able to really start taking off on that, so thank you so much for that. I also want to thank everybody who came to my panels. It was so much fun, and I really hope everyone walked away with just a little something that they learned about comics. So again, thank you so much.
I'm actually local from Tucson, and Con-Nichiwa was my first convention when I was 15 or 16. Oh, wow. And yeah, and this was when I was at the Holiday Inn. Yeah. And I had made these friends in high school who were like, oh, there are other like people out there that do this too, and I think I got a flyer in the mail or something. So we decided to go, and that really just kind of jump-started that, you know, I can do this, you know, this is another way. And I met Armand, and he was like, oh yeah, that's pretty good, you should do that, you know. And it's like every year I've just visited him, and then I've got to meet all these like wonderful people, and I got to meet Greg, who actually, you know, runs it. I was like, oh my God, this is how it all happens. So I wanted to say thank you, because this is so amazing to remember, like, being here, you know, at that time, and now I'm here. You know, it wasn't just a, yeah, I think I could do that. Like, I'm actually here now, and I'm so fortunate to have such wonderful people to be around in the community. So just thank you, everyone, and yeah.
Hello. We love you. I love you too, everybody.
You're breathtaking.
Yes. You're breathtaking. For those who don't know me, my name's Shay. I'm a co-founder of Blue Crown Comics with Alex Pescador. This has been an amazing adventure. I swear it's been great. I love me some Greg and Stacy. They've been the most amazing, loving, welcoming, encouraging people for everybody, really. I don't think I've heard a bad word about you guys. And the staff, I love you guys. You guys take care of us when we can't take care of ourselves. Especially yeah, they do what I can't do. And then also all of you guys are amazing. You guys keep this show going and amazing and wonderful. And we get to talk and to meet so many amazing people every year we come. And it's really just a great experience. So thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank everybody. I love you guys.
If you didn't hear it, Greg said you couldn't help yourself.
I need help.
So I'm Alex Pescador, co-creator of Blue Crown Comics. You know, it's funny, the first Con-Nichiwa was 2010, right? So that was you guys ran that one? Okay, so I know I've told the story before, but for those of you who don't know, we were setting up the vendor hall 2010, and I thought Solberg still ran the show.
He didn't then.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was just here
Oh, you were just standing there.
I was
Okay.
there because I needed help.
So they were setting up like that Climate Neo booth, and our table, our little button table, happened to be right there in Artist Alley, and so I was bragging really loud so Solberg would hear. I was like, yeah, you know, one day they're gonna ask me to be a guest at this show, and like everyone was like, oh, an idiot. But he didn't laugh. He actually, back then, said, I think one day you will be. And, according to this badge, now on the staff. So, so now he's my boss. I hope some of the story that you guys are starting to put the connections together. It is a big family, and it's growing all the time. When he kind of asked me to help him out, and we figured out, I guess, I'm a director of art and marketing and whatever else needs to be done. We haven't figured it out yet. It's been 3 weeks. The directive was continue to grow the community. He's serious when he says make a friend. He's serious when he says reach out to people. And so my directive is to continue to pull artists out of this community and give them a spotlight. I was given a spotlight. These shows introduced me to Armand. We've done a comic together. It introduced me to Grant. We're working on a comic together. I mean, they now all do badge art. So what we're trying to do now is, if any of you guys are artists, even if you've never vended before, even if you think you're not good enough, I want you to come up to me at one of these shows. Show me your stuff. I want to showcase people who are doing comics. I want to showcase people who are just doing art for fun. There's going to be a lot of stuff coming up. The biggest one is at Sabo, we're bringing back the badge art contest for regular people. And some of you, I don't know if anyone was in here, there are going to be other people who are doing their original comics in the back of the program guide. So we really want to show that for years we have been the show that supports the community, that puts forth the community, and is going to be the industry leader. So that we're super serious about that. So there's plenty of opportunities to go around. I want people to reach out, and yeah, that's pretty much it. It's really exciting. All the Monkey Paw people, you guys are our family. Love you guys to death. After this weekend, I can't tell you how tired I am. So you guys have my mad respect. Welcome to staff. Yeah, and I can't wait to drink tonight.
All right, thank you guys so much. Scatter! 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 Ah! And she has a staff badge. Don't hurt yourself. What did she want to tell me? Yes, it's your mom's birthday. Ouch. And I will add on to what they said coming up here. I've seen almost every one of the artists that were standing here grow up through our conventions, and it's been amazing. I always tease Alex because he was the button guy at the beginning. He walked in and his booth was literally thousands and thousands of buttons all over the place. But you could just tell by talking to him, he had the right mentality, and he was going to do something with it. And you can just kind of see with all the talent that we have in every one of the communities we have that's really something that's special. And I think a lot of the artists we have in the conventions that we have is just, they're just going to be rock stars in 5 or 10 years, and I just hope they remember us along the way. I think that we have one more guest here, which is Derek, back in the back there with Superheroes United, right? Yes, you do.
I'm good at that. I am good at that.
Thank you very much. Well, I'm Derek Nova, and this is my wife, Sapphire Nova. We're Superheroes Unlimited. We make custom costumes, and this is our first Monkey Paw event, actually. And I gotta say, it's fantastic. It really is. We do about 40 shows a year across the country, and we've been treated so amazingly well. Like, honestly, we've been doing this for 5 years. This is 140 plus show or something like that. And this is the best we've ever been treated. I mean, all the guests, all the attendees, all the staff, all of you guys have been just absolutely fantastic and treated us so amazingly well, and we really appreciate it. And hope to attend more shows with you guys. So.
I won't make a big long speech, but I just want to say thank you for welcoming us into the family.
Thank you guys. And you guys laugh about the little staffer over here. We actually have two underage staffers. They are paid, so don't worry, it isn't child labor. We don't actually have them doing work yet. I'm grooming the next level of staff is what I'm trying to do. Unfortunately, I'm trying to get more staff to procreate, but it's not like working, so. With that being said, thank you guys again for coming. We hope you had a blast. I'm not going to keep you guys here any longer, but I will announce the numbers. And again, don't forget the badges that are here, and don't forget the wonderful art that Armand put up here. So with that being said, Con-Nichiwa 2019 attendance is 2,384. This is the largest Con-Nichiwa to date. So thank you guys all for coming. I hope you guys had a blast. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. I hope you enjoy yourself at the next convention. Please drive home safe. With that being said, Con-Nichiwa 2019 is to a close. Thank you guys.